You are now listening to the National Show with Gangsterville and McGee. The National Show, the National Show, the National Show, no show, no show. The National Show, the National Show, the National Show, no show, no show. All right. What's happening, No Nation? This is the National Show with your boy Gangsterville and McGee. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on all platforms. You can find all of our platforms and websites on our Linktree /National Show. That's NationOleshow. Make sure you share, follow, rewatch, show us all the love, and we're gonna give it right back to you. Comments, all that good stuff. We just trying to, entertain your life with a little news about Florida State football and sports and things. Speaking of which, we just had a big game happen this last Monday. McGee, man, talk to him, man. It's pretty much kind of what we said, ain't it?
Pretty much kind of what we said, man. Notre Dame went out there and scored first. Was there a moment? Was there a little moment where you got worried?
Maybe third quarter a little bit, but that first drive didn't scare me none because I'm like, they can't keep running that quarterback like that all night.
Exactly,
long, man.
You just knew that they don't have that in the whole game. Right?
Yeah. So I was like, yeah,
I thought
when they Dame, though.
Absolutely. When they made it an 8-point game late, like that was exciting. I was like, oh shit, maybe, we're going to see some wild, hand of God type shit. This is going to be crazy. They're going to be talking about Notre Dame. They thought it was going to be like some touchdown Jesus kind of, legacy thing. And nope. Ohio State wasn't having it. They weren't.
At all, man. Yeah, they stood up when they needed to, did what they needed to do. Just as we kind of saw, man. It was just, you just saw the athletes they had, man. Ohio State has a team put together, man.
It was serious. They have a real roster.
Oh yeah.
One for I can't think of too many teams in the history of college football that really we're on that level. I mean, really, it's them and Oregon this year, and that's about it. There's not really any other teams I've ever seen like that dominant in football.
Yeah, definitely, bro. So good game, man.
I can't think of I've been trying to think of one of those Florida State teams that was that good or that dominant, and we just always would win the game. You know what I mean? We wouldn't show up having won the national championship. Ohio State kind of arrived there having already won that. I mean, that was a huge spread because everyone knew, and they covered 9.5 points in the national championship game. That's wild.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I'll probably say maybe the 99 team, the one I think we played Virginia Tech, Vic or whatever. That team probably, we showed up and took care of business kind of like how we should have or whatever.
Yeah. That's a good example of a team that got carried to the national championship. I'm talking about on the Virginia Tech side, right? The rest of that team was not national championship caliber.
Oh no, that was Vic.
Michael Vick was so good. So good. Good. If he had
college years,
if he had made better life decisions and didn't lose his prime, he'd be Hall of Fame, considered one of the best ever. Game changer, all that, you know what I mean? He would imagine the life, wow, just, I've never really sat and thought about, oh man, what if Michael Vick hadn't fought dogs or been involved with dog fighting? But
even bigger than that, if he had really applied himself, because even Vic will tell you earlier in his career, he was like, last person in, first person out type person. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't really like put too much into it, just relied on his athletic ability. Imagine if he had studied the game half of what Peyton Manning does. You know what I'm saying? What we could have got on the field, man. That would have been. But we're seeing it now in the next generations, man. The Patrick Mahomes, the Lamar Jacksons. That is the next evolution that, you know, Vic brought to the, not to say that he brought there, but he took it to the next level, and they're taking it to the next level now.
You know, that's the Patrick Mahomes, yes, but the Lamar Jackson one, that's a great name to bring up in that tradition because he does do all the homework. And he has those abilities. He really is the next evolution. Yeah. I mean, it sucks that like he's in the same conference and his career is parallel temporally with both Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. And only one of those three guys can get a shot at the Super Bowl every year because they all can't come out of the same conference. Yeah, it sucks. But honestly, like Lamar Jackson's top 10 historical quarterback. Easy. Top 10 quarterback ever. Not top 10 now. Now he's top 3, right? Top 2, you know? But he is a hot top 10 ever quarterback. And you're right. He took what Michael Vick did and evolved it and did what he was supposed to do. You know, didn't make the shithole decisions or the shithead decisions and didn't make the and studied hard and worked hard. And it's amazing.
He was phenomenal. I knew in college he was going to be a problem from those Florida State, Louisville games that we used to have. That's how I learned his name at an early age in his career. Like this guy's going to be a problem.
I've had respect on his name since he was 19, or 18 or whatever, Right. Like absolutely. He was a pro before he was a pro. It's really impressive. Yeah, man. It sucks that it's too bad that he keeps getting knocked out of the playoffs early. But like again, that conference is crazy, and that conference is so deep.
But then again, you never know, man. Look at Peyton Manning. He kind of had a similar situation. A lot of people like to talk about where he had to butt heads with Brady, and saying who knows who else in the AFC until he finally went ahead and got his chance to. Go at a Super Bowl, first with the Colts and then turned around again with the Broncos or whatever. So beautiful thing is he's still young. He still has a lot of time left in his career to make something happen like that or whatever. And then Patrick Mahomes, I feel like that's just like a perfect situation. Look at his coach, Andy Reid, man. Andy Reid will go down as one of the greatest NFL coaches of all time. Just ever. Period. Ever. You know what I mean? And that's not to throw any shade on Harbaugh. I think Harbaugh will go down as a great coach as well. It's just, tier B, tier A type thing or whatever. And
I think that's part of the reason Bill Belichick was comfortable going to college was that he knew even if he gets the record, gets those couple more wins and gets the record, Andy Reid will just pass him the next year, like he wasn't going to hold it, so what did it matter if he went back to college or not? Right. Andy Reid has just been doing this at a high level for a long time. Great staff, great talent, and he had Donovan for all those years in Philly and phenomenal talent on that roster, some years. And then, and now he gets he had Alex Smith, and then
he had success with Alex Smith, revived his career because he was washed up. Remember, he was washed up. Oh, you need to retire. Next thing you know, oh snap, this boy still can play. Matter of fact, didn't he have that injury like to his leg where they didn't even know if he was coming back or not?
Well, that was later. That was after he left Kansas City.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That happened in Washington.
Okay, gotcha.
Right. And then it was just amazing. It was like a year and a half, and then he came back. Yeah. But like that was an injury where sometimes people have to get amputated.
Yeah, it's like a bacterial
he was sticking out. He had the bone sticking out of his skin.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy.
But yeah, dude, that was crazy. Yeah. So shout out to Andy Reid, man. Andy Reid seems like our kind of guy too. Like I would love to just sit around and like fire up the grill and talk football, with that guy. Like he seems like a good time.
And I love he's getting to show more of his personality now with the commercials that he's doing with Patrick Mahomes or whatever. He's like, hey, can I have that chicken wing? Like, no. So to see him show more of himself and even, live live a lot more, considering what he's been through with his kids and stuff.
His
Or whatever.
kids, yeah.
So, yeah. Shout out to Andy Reid. Shout out to good coaching. Shout out to Lamar Jackson, man.
Yeah,
NFL
man.
is in good hands going forward in the future. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar, and old boy from Buffalo. We got some good quarterbacks to watch because Josh
And
Allen.
then there's another generation like right behind them in like
Mhm.
Herbert and Burrows and CJ Stroud and like some of these other young guys that are really good that also
Jayden
watch
Daniels.
Michael Vick and now are watching Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? And like they're the level of quarterback play at the very top is increasingly amazing to me. You know.
Oh yeah, I love it, man. And even
what do you think's going to happen? I mean, I guess there's no more college football to talk about. What do you think's going to happen this weekend in the two conference championship games? Who do you think's going to the Super Bowl?
I don't know, bro. I want to say you know Kansas City is going to be in from the
I
AFC.
think so too. I think so too.
Yeah, it's just the NFC is the one that's I'm like, I don't know, man.
That Eagles team is
they've
done.
I
it
want
before,
them to.
I got faith in them because they've done it before, and I don't know why. Like that's enough for me in the NFL playoffs, right? Now, it'll be different next time. Homie and the Washington team. What's his name? Daniels, not McDaniels.
Jayden Daniels, man. I don't know. That kid can play.
He was nasty at LSU, bro.
Yeah. But even like we said before, with the next evolution, Mike Vick, Lamar Jackson, now you got this kid fresh out of LSU. And even though he's just as mobile as the best of them, he's in there studying. You look at him from the first couple weeks, like from the first time we played him in the Bucks to when he knocked us out the playoffs. That's a total different quarterback, man.
But the whole team was just in sync to a point that I think it took them 3 or 4 weeks for them to realize, oh wow, he's that good. Right. And it took a while for the rest of the team to realize that he's a gamer. Maybe they might have been impressed in preseason, but like he's a gamer.
And then it helps that he already had a team put around him because Washington is full of weapons, receivers, running backs. They got a decent line, decent defense. So really, it was like a plug and play situation.
And it was all vets, right? They redid that roster because it was chaos, right? And so they just brought in really like good guys, good vets, consummate pros, and then drafted him to that team, right? Rather than the old team, right? It was good. I think it's been a good transition post Daniel Snyder for the organization.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Do you think either of these teams can beat the AFC champion in the Super Bowl? Whether it's, I mean, I think it's going to be the Chiefs, but whether it's the Chiefs or the Bills, I still don't think either the Eagles or Washington football team, Commanders. I don't think either of them win it. Right?
Yeah, me either. I'm going Kansas City all the way.
AFC has been the dominant conference all season. Yeah, man, when there's no more college football, we got other shit to talk about. We got NFL to talk about.
Yeah.
The Lakers are horrible.
Let's hold on. Let's stick to the NFL because our Buccaneers got a little bit of changes going on, man. How do you feel about what happened yesterday with our offensive coordinator? Oh, yeah, I'm taking my kid to the doctor, and you up there in Jacksonville signing deals.
Well, I get it. That's what happens when you exceed the expectations as a team. Your coordinators get poached by the teams that didn't live up to their expectations, right? The Jaguars thought they were better than they turned out to be and are doing some wholesale changes. I imagine he said, I'm not coming there unless there's also the GM change. And when he was, hey, I got to take the day off, he wasn't sure he was signing that deal. Now he might have been honest with his bosses and everybody, but you're not going to say that in public, right? So it makes sense. I'm like, no, he just has to take his kid to the doctor, right? Like, I imagine that's just a cover story, and that was a cover story from the beginning, and that's okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, I'm happy for the dude. I love to see promotions anywhere, man.
Yeah.
And he did a hell of a job with our offense. I just, from a Buck standpoint, I hate this like the second time in a row. Our offensive coordinator then went off and ran, to another team. But I guess the plus side from that is we got a good organization, man. It's people trying to
Right.
poach our GM right now, so
That's right.
it tells you at least we're doing something right. I still got faith in our coach, so I feel like whoever they slide in, as long as they just pick up some of the same habits that Baker likes to do, and
Yeah.
hell, we got Mike Evans, bro. That's
Yeah. If I'm an offensive coordinator and my agent calls me and he's like, "Yo, I got 2 different offers for you, and one of those offers involves future Hall of Famer Mike Evans or future football Hall of Famer Mike Evans and like future party Hall of Famer Baker Mayfield." Like, I'm taking that gig, Like he might be mayor of Tampa someday, or
right.
What's the Grand Marshal of the Gasparilla Parade or something, right? Right, head of the Gasparilla Foundation and just organizing the parties every year for the next 30 years, It wouldn't surprise me. He's a wild one, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. Off-season time. We gotta switch gears. We're not going to be doing weekly shows. We got to go to our off-season workout thing where like shows are a bit every once in a while, here and there. Not really on schedule. We'll do little blasts on our Twitter and Instagram and everything like we usually do. But I'll try to give you a little heads up if you like watching live. But for the most part, you just get the alerts if a show's coming, and there you go. You'll get to enjoy it.
Hit that bell, baby. Hit that bell.
We got some plans. We're gonna have at some point the homie Donald Cook's coming back on. You got to just do a little macro conversation about the season, right? Like and kind of how to navigate the off season so that we're a better team next year. Maybe have some other guests throughout the off season. Obviously, we'll have news and stuff to talk about. We'll pop in. Once or twice a month or something. And then it's time to get ready for the next football season. We started the season against Alabama, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, crazy.
Wild. Maybe we'll go. Maybe I'll go. Maybe you'll go. We'll see.
Yep.
Whoa, you have a big dog, huh? How big is your dog? What's your dog's name?
About 100 pounds, man. That's Champ.
Yes, of course his name is Champ. Yes. Oh, yeah. What kind of dog is Champ?
Great Pyrenees. Looks like a lion, man.
Wow.
For real. I got to send you some pics.
Please. I love dogs way more than I love people. I honestly don't really like people all that much.
Word.
Yeah. But I love dogs. I think dogs are great.
Yep. Well, hold on. Let me grab some. I'm going to step out. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go handle your dog. I'm going to tell everybody about what we got to do during this offseason before next year. All right. So while Gangsterville is wrestling with a gorilla that is actually a dog, let me explain. We got some things we got to get ready for next season. All right. First and foremost, we need to set up our own audio feeds on Spotify, Apple Podcasts that are separate from Be Yappin'. And on top of that, we got to do a little facelift to national.com. That needs a little love. And a couple of things. We got a little like spin-off projects, a little like baby projects kind of within the umbrella of National that you can keep an eye out for. But the big thing that's coming pretty soon, I imagine, somewhere probably before the spring game, we should have, maybe in time for spring break, actually, we should have our first debut National merch capsule available to the people.
Yes, sir.
So
be on the lookout.
Be
on the lookout.
Gonna be dope. I guarantee you we ain't doing shit if we ain't doing it super fly around here, baby. Like we have the dopest intro, we got the dopest music, we go fly. It's guaranteed.
One thing you can say about our show is every year we have stepped the game up. We have, from the last year when we went undefeated to the season that just passed when we came up on YouTube. Just expect just bigger and better from us, baby. That's all we do, man.
Absolutely.
We got to do the best for No Nation.
So
absolute.
national gear coming, baby.
Yes, sir.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. And yeah. What about you? Anything in this offseason with the Knowles or with the national show? What's the one thing you're like excited about or looking forward to, or what do you expect might come, or what's up? Give me one prediction for the offseason.
One prediction for the off season. That's kind of hard. Most of my stuff just relies when the season start, man. I can't get hyped off over the transfer players that we getting and stuff, whatever, as far as football. As far as us, man, I'm looking forward to, us doing maybe a live show at a game next season for sure. Like
that's definitely something we would be great at.
We
would be great at it. We are uniquely positioned compared to most podcasts where we both come from a live performance background, right?
Yep.
So I would suspect that our live pod or our live stream would go the fuck off in a way.
Oh yeah.
Nobody else's live stream or live pod has ever done. Or maybe we just do like an after party or something. Whatever. We would do something cool and special. Ultimately,
just pregame, pull up to a pregame with a couple beers, catch a couple of students out, live walking around with the camera, showing people off. Yeah, man, we can keep it crunk.
That'd be
live.
Yeah, we'd be good at that. We'd definitely be good at that. I would love to set that up. If not, that's definitely in the conversated about. That's in the future. If not next season, the following, or whenever it happens, it's gonna happen. The biggest barrier there is the fact that you live in motherfucking Arizona. But that's the point.
I'm playing the fly.
It's the whole point of the show. It is the Seminole Nation,
yes,
right? Where we all have spent some time in Tallahassee and moved on with our lives. Tallahassee is a transitory community. Florida State is where we all spent a few years, and then we moved on and went to other places. There are Florida State fans all around the country. That's what we're talking about, baby. It's a nation, national show.
Yep, you got it.
Maybe I'll just come out there and we'll do a live show in Arizona.
There you go, man.
Find like the 20 or so, Florida State Seminole alumni, the supporters that are out there, and we'll have a good time.
Heck yeah.
And I'm also looking forward to seeing the Nuggets fucking win the NBA. Boom.
Yeah.
You don't even get to think about it. You don't even get to imagine those Lakers winning shit. It's great.
I don't know. We could make, if we make the right, we're one trade away from being at least in contention for a title. I feel like one trade away. We just need a dominant center because AD is dominant, as good as he is. He's even better at the 4 position, and we don't even have a 5 outside of him. So
You're the most optimistic person I know when it comes to basketball,
bro. We just beat the Celtics last night.
It was the Celtics were on a back-to-back, man. They had just played the Clippers the night before.
Yeah. And I mean, like, our schedule is good. We good. We can do it. We're gonna make the playoffs. May even make the second round, but it's like I don't know, dude.
So hopeful that the Lakers just make it in the playoffs. You like, oh, look how well we're doing the last few weeks, and then that first round you got to play the Nuggets. Hey, you just get.
I'm about to say with everything said,
maybe you get 5, maybe 5.
We can't do shit until we can beat y'all. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Well,
I don't even care if we undefeated from here to the end of the season. If we can't beat y'all, like the majority, we play 4 games against y'all. If we can't win the majority of those games, then we ain't doing shit. Period.
Yeah. We use Russell Westbrook way better than y'all did. If there is,
bro,
you can trust if that matchup happens, we will do live previews to every fucking game. Right here on this podcast. Right. Guaranteed. Yeah. But we'll be around. Keep an eye out for us. We'll be around. Anything else before we go?
Nothing, man.
Cool. Short little baby episode, man. Everything we expected for on that national, or with that national championship game.
Yep.
No surprise there because we're pretty good at this. The playoffs weren't the easiest to gamble on, but the championship was, and had a good regular season, man. So we should probably take it a little more seriously next year. We should probably pay attention, track our records, do a little research, and really try to make some bread, do a little national gambling group, and try to cake up,
Yep.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up. The National Show is co-produced by Gangsterville's Broham and McGee's Be Yappin'. It's cool. It's fun to work with you, man. I love it.
Always.
It is available on YouTube live. It is youtube.com/@national, NATIONOLE. But you can just go to Linktree. We got Linktree. It has everything on there. It is National Show /National Show, NATIONOLESHOW. We also have a website, national.com, has some links on it. It's going to get an upgrade pretty soon. Gangsterville also has a link tree. Go to check out his /Gangsterville, GAINSTAVILLE. I do it with my eyes closed just so he knows I'm not reading it. And there, at that link tree, you can find links to all of his social media spaces, and most importantly, all of his music streaming platforms. Check out The Desperado Code, his most recent album. He's probably got another one coming out like tomorrow. He's always putting projects out. So keep an eye out. Listen to his music on every platform it is available on, because that is the best way to support your friends that make music. And if you prefer the National Show as a audio product, speaking of music and audio products, it is available right now through the Bet Your Ash Podcasting Network, BYAPN, BYAPN. And like all the shows on the network, it's available at betyourash.com and on the Bet Your Ash feeds for both Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Of course, please, if you're listening on either of those platforms, follow or subscribe, like, rate, review, all those things. You think it's silly, but it juices the algorithm, and it's so incredibly helpful. So please help us out. And I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it, my brother.
All right. Well, as always, and forever will be, go Noles.
Go Noles.
And you have just finished listening to The National Show with Gangsta, Fizil, and McGee.